quadratic equation. So how to start the conversion? That you will first rewrite the arrangement Lx square plus 2L plus m minus L plus m equals to 0. So you will compare it with the standard quadratic equation so that you can separate the values of a, b and c. So what will you do? That you will compare it a is equals to minus L, b is equals to 2L plus m and c is equals to minus L plus m, like this. So once you will get it, you will substitute into the quadratic formula, that is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2 times. So you will start substituting the values. In place of b, you will write L will be minus plus minus. In place of e, you will write minus L its whole square 4 times b's values. I have substituted the value of b into it to rewrite it. So b is actually minus 2L plus and plus minus, this is b square, that is 2L plus m whole square. A is minus L and c is minus time L plus m whole divided by 2 times a stands for minus L plus 2. Okay, once you will do it, then you need to simplify the expressions. The first task is this, that you will expand the square within this radical sign. So when you expand it, means you will write it 4L square plus m square, and by formula it will be 4L by formula. And then once you will multiply all of these terms inside, it will generate like minus 3 minus are there, so it will become minus 4L. There are 3 minus 4 minus L minus time. So all these 3 minus will be multiplied, so ultimately it will become negative minus 4L square and minus 4L m whole divided by minus 2 times. Then you will simplify the expression 2L plus m plus minus, and you will see few terms will be cancelled, like this will be cancelled and 4Lm will be cancelled. You will get only m square divided by minus 2L, and left hand side there is a variable x. So if you simplify it, minus 2 times L plus m, and by taking square root you will get m. Now from here you have to split the term. From here you will split the term, like x will be written as 2L plus L. One time you will write positive m divided by minus 2L. And second time you will write 2L plus m minus m divided by minus 2L. So answer will become for this side 2L plus 2m divided by minus 2. So what will you do? That you will take 2 common and it will become L plus m divided by minus 2L. So 2's will be cancelled. Your answer should be minus times L plus m within brackets over L. And once m's are cancelled, you will get 2L over 2L, so answer should be minus 1. Okay, there should be the 2 answers, so wait for a second, I will check the answer. If there is nothing wrong, then I will write the solution set. Just for a moment, let me check the answer. For the last part of exercise 1.22, people can check the answer. This is 1.2 and the last is. There is a problem in the sign, so let me check what's wrong with it. Uh, Just for a moment. I think I have written the statement of the question. Wait for a second. Answer is correct, but the signs are there is a difference of negative signs. On this checking way, it is wrong. First, I okay, I got the point. If you see in the very last step, I have ignored this negative sign while writing here. I have not written minus. So this negative is ignored and there is a correction. So how we will tackle it? Uh, it's better if I rewrite from this on the next page. From this step onward, I will redo the question. Fine. The statement should be, I rewrite it for you, minus 2L plus M plus minus M 2L negative time. Now if we simplify it, I hope you people can see uh, minus 2L plus M plus M minus 2L and minus 2L plus M is minus divided by minus 2L. So minus 2L minus M, if we will open the bracket, it will be term like this one. You will see these two will be cancelled. Minus 2L over minus 2L. It will make it 1 after the cancellation. So x will become equals to 1 for this side. Similarly, x is equals to minus 2L minus M divided by minus 2L. And x will become minus 2L minus 2M over minus 2L. X times minus 2 will be taken as common, L plus M over minus 2L. So cancel it out. X will become equals to L plus M over L. This will be the second answer. And once you will write it, you have to go for the solution set. If it is done, there are the two solutions. I have checked the answer, these are correct ones. So at the end, you have to write the solutions. And the solution set will be written like 1, comma, L plus M divided by L. This is how you will finish the question. It is also very important question. Okay, you want to ask anything from this last part of exercise 1.2? Yes, students. Otherwise, we will start the next exercise, which is very, very important. Yes, you want to ask any question? We have done these type of questions in the last lectures, and I hope that you must have done the practice. You can see that from this entire chapter number 1, exercise 1.2 is relatively easier because you people can use your calculators to find the answers in many places. This question contains the alphabets L, M, N. So that's why normally you are not using calculator for that purpose. Otherwise, if you have the numerical word statements, then you can apply it. Right? Today we are starting another topic that is very important, and what should I say? Because as I told you many times before, that there are some certain topics which will be very common with your first year syllabus as well. So chapter number 1 and chapter number 2 are two such chapters in your syllabus and one more chapter, that is chapter number 4. That will be exactly same in your first year syllabus as well, and all this work will be included, and plus the work of first year or the grade 11 will also be included in that. Okay, I am starting a new topic, that is equations reducible to quadratic equation. This is a topic relevant to exercise. I'm writing the topic. This is equations reducible to quadratic equations. Equations will actually not be quadratic, but we will convert them into the quadratic. This will be called equations reducible to quadratic equations. Right? Uh, Now, how to start the question? If I solve, there are actually questions are in the form of pairs. So I will solve one part from each pair, and there are many or multiple type of questions in this exercise. So I'm starting from the easiest one. 1 and 2 are same sort of questions. So I will start question number 2, and this is exercise 1.3, and I'm solving question number 1, part number 2. If you look at the question, it contains 2x raised to power 4, and there is a word with it, simply one word solve. At 2x raised to power 4 minus 9x square and plus 4. What I'm doing, let me write it first. 2x raised to power 4 equals to 9x square minus 4. This was a statement that I have done, that I have shifted all these terms on the right hand side and have rearranged the terms. Okay, this meeting will be finished within the next 10 minutes, and then you people will be connected by using the same link. Again, once the meeting will be over, so quickly you just have to press the key and you have to come back. I have about 37 students in the classroom, so I want that all of you should be present in the very next class when it will be started. So please listen, that you can see that what is the power of this x. This power contains 4, and the rule says that when you are going to solve an equation which contains the maximum power, like it contains x raised to power 4, which is exponent of x, so there should be 4 solutions for this equation. Whatever is the maximum power, you will get equal number of solutions. Like x raised to power 4 should have 4 solutions from this equation. So what is the procedure for that? Because you in this chapter you have to reduce it into the quadratic, and the quadratic equation is of the form like it contains x raised to power 2 as maximum power, as we have done in the previous two exercises 1.1, 1.2. In quadratic equation it contains highest power 2. So you have to reduce this highest power 4 into power 2. So what will be the procedure for that? So this is the quadratic equation, low quadratic form. You have to reduce the question into this form, in this form, quadratic equation. So the procedure will be like that. Always remember that if you have to arrange the question in descending order of power, you look at it carefully, x raised to power 4, x raised to power 2, then without x. If you look at the power, this is 4, 2, and without x. So power is being reduced. So this is in descending order. So if the question is not in descending order, you have to write it in descending order of one variable, either with respect to x or whatever the variable is written in the question. So this is the first requirement. Then you always have to take the second term, like x square, as some another variable. Let's suppose x square will be taken as equals to some other variable t. You will assume it that x square is equals to t. And then this x square will be substituted. If you take the square of x square on both sides, so you will get t raised to power 2 is actually equals to x raised to power 4. So because we are converting the question into quadratic equation, so this is a requirement that you will do it in this way. And now if you substitute this value, and if you don't forget, mark it as equation number 1, for example, like this one. So in this case, you will take it like 2 times t square minus 9t plus 4 is equals to 0. This is the equation. And now you can see that what was the original equation. This equation is reduced into quadratic form. This is in the form of this quadratic equation. You can see that. So this is quadratic equation in variable x, but this is quadratic equation in variable t. If I write it here, it is very much a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation in variable t. We have changed the variable, but the equation is reduced to this form, this quadratic equation. Okay, student, do you want to ask anything for up to this step? Because this is the what I feel that's the technically sound. If you want to ask the question first, ask me, then we will move ahead. Yes, students.
सर
Fatma.
सर आप ये फिर से बता सकते हैं?
I am telling you that you have to reduce the question x raised to power 2 to starting from this pattern. You have to start that. First of all, you will see that the power should be in descending order, 4, 2 and without x. So once it is been done, you will always take middle terms variable like x square in the from the middle, and you will declare it another variable. For example, t, u, z, y, any other name can be substituted. And then what will you do? That you will take the square both sides so that you can find the value of x raised to power 4 in terms of t. So I have taken the square, so it will become x raised to power 4 equals to t square. So 2t square minus 9t plus 4 equal to 0. So this will become a quadratic equation in variable t. So once it has been arranged, now the equation is quadratic, and you have done in last two exercises in exercise 1.1 and 1.2 about the solution of quadratic equation. So now you are in a position, either you can, there is no need to apply any specific way. Whatever is the easiest one, you should go for it. For example, normally the midterm breaking is the easiest approach to solve a quadratic equation. So what you should do, that you should write it 2t square. I'm going for the midterm breaking. Factorizing 2 and 4 will be multiplied together, and I have to see that which will be the suitable factors. Minus 8 minus 1 midterm breaking factorization process. So I'm writing in bracket, this is being done because of midterm breaking. Right? This is because of midterm breaking. So once it will be done, you will take out 2t common. So it will give you t minus 4, and minus 1 will be taken again, it will become t minus 4. So now you will be simplified the given expression into this form, right? And now you are in a position to find the values of t. How will you find? You can see that the product of two factors equal to 0. That means that you can separately write each of these parts equal to 0. 2t minus 1 equals to 0, t minus 4 is equals to 0. So what will you do next? Separate the variable t. So t will become 1 by 2, and here t will become equals to 4. Now we have calculated the value of t. 1 by 2, because the equation was quadratic in t, and you can see that what was the power of t? It was 2. So there should be two answers of t, as we have just approached, or we have just gotten. One answer of t is 4, another answer of t is 1 by 2. So in terms of t, we have gotten the answer. But don't forget that the actual question was in terms of x, right? If I show you the question, actual question was in terms of x. So we have to find the values of x. We don't have to find the value of t. So you have to convert, or you have to substitute the value of t as in terms of x. So as we have substituted in equation number 1, if I show you right here, in equation number 1, we have declared that t is actually equal to x squared. So you will put the values. I will write here putting the value of t, because we have to find the value of x on. So putting the value of t, that is equals to x square in both of these boxes, or in both of these above calculated values. From both the values of these two values of t, we will substitute t is equals to x square. So I would write x square is equals to 1 by 2. X square is equals to 1 by 2, and x square is equals to 4. I have substituted the values of t. Now you can see that these both of these values of x we need x only, so you have to apply under root on both sides. So once you will apply the under root, it will become plus minus, and again if you will apply the under root on the other side, it will again become plus minus, and it will become plus minus 2, it will become plus minus 1 over under root, like this. If you will draw a separator between these two, it will be easy for you. And at the last, though the answer is calculated, but normally we do not keep the radical sign in denominator. So I would recommend you that please always multiply and divide it by under root 2 so that you can reduce the radical sign from the denominator. So answer will become actually plus minus under root 2 divided by 2. So this finish the question, and we would write the solution set with these values, and you can see that we have gotten 4 values of x. 2 are plus minus 2 and 2 values are these two. So 2 values x contains these 2 values and these 2 values, all together 4 values will be written in the solution set. So this is how you will finish the question. So it is the first question from which I have solved for you. It is, you can see that it is a type number 1 question in which we have reduced the question that was an x raised to power 4 to x raised to power 2 in a variable x raised to power 2. You can, if you look at it from the beginning, you can see that this was the format of the question. So the original question was first converted into another variable t's quadratic equation, and substitution method will always be taken that you will take the middle term as t and then you will take the square and convert this expression into quadratic